I'm a huge Disney nerd, and I saw in the newspaper that they were going to be holding auditions in Orlando for Disney characters, like wearing the furry suits. And I'm like, we should go down and do that. Like, my dad has, like, vacation club points. We can get a room, we'll audition. And what if we just move to Orlando and, like, spend a couple years being goofs? And that's exactly what happened. We went down there on a St. Patrick's Day, my senior year, and we auditioned to be characters at Disney World, and we both got hired. And so then we went and lived in Orlando for like 3 or 4 years after I graduated college.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wait, okay. I got to say this. Somebody tipped me off to that you did this. And I was really excited about that because I was a mascot in college. I was Golden Gopher. And I adore mascots and characters and stuff. So you auditioned before you graduated, and then moved to Orlando.
That's right, yeah.
And both of you did it.
Both of us did it.
What were you? What characters were you?
I was.
Can you say?
I'm allowed to.
Non-disclosure?
As long as no kids are listening. If kids are listening, turn this off. But you're put in height ranges, so your height range could cover like a couple of like things. So like if you could carry someone a little taller, you could carry someone a little shorter. So I was like in the middle height range that was like a very tall Pluto. So I was Pluto, but like my nuts were trapped in that costume. I was an Eeyore, mainly Eeyore a lot. I was a various country bears.
Such a great Eeyore. This makes me so happy because this is exactly what I would guess from you. Like if I pegged like any career for you other than like an actor, it would be because you're so goofy and it's perfect.
But I'm not in Goofy's height range. But it was
so
awesome.
perfect.
And it really was like for me, like I love Disney World, and so like it's kind
me
of
too.
this amazing.
I've been there like 10 times.
Oh, it's the best.
Mascot Nationals are at Disney World. Every year.
No way! And so, what a perfect place for that.
Right, because I coached him for a while, so I went down there every year.
And so you kind of know, throwing on that head, it was like a kind of an amazing.
It's so fun
job. You're
really shrouded
fun,
in anonymity.
Anonymity.
Onomatopoeia.
Yeah,
but it's just everybody's eyes are on you. You get a total like I've seen like the most like humble, calm people like get in and then they just let themselves go because you're literally shrouded and everyone's looking at you and you're the character. You're taking on that persona.
And kind of even thinking back to like what we were talking about how scared as a high schooler I was. It was just another evolution for me of being like, okay, I went into college and went on stage. And now I'm going to be like, you know what? I like Disney World, and I want to wear it for a costume. And I went and did that, and it was another just like moment for me to kind of come out of whatever shell my youth was.
Absolutely.
And it was great. It was so much fun. And then like my wife was doing it at the same time, and
was she a princess or a character?
She was a character as well. She auditioned for face characters. She was almost Alice from Alice in Wonderland. So now again, because she looks like a little girl, she has that very youthful face. But she was like. She's an excellent dancer and all this stuff. So she was like a show Mickey. Like like the nighttime shows where like fireworks are coming off and dance moves.
Mickey or Minnie?
She was the main Mickey at Fantasmic during her time there. Yeah, she was. She knew all the tracks. There were various Mickey tracks, and so she was one of the few people who were like on this who knew every Mickey track.
That is incredible.
Yeah.
Did it pay well?
No,
not at all.
It was bad, and again, so that kind of got me into this lifestyle of like, who cares, man? Make money where you make it. But we were like, what's we were part of the Teamsters. That's what we fell under. Like we weren't like equity actors. So like characters are covered under the Teamsters.
Okay,
and
did they treat you well? Was the illusion of the most magical place on earth? Should they do a documentary on it is what I'm saying?
They should, in that we weren't treated awfully. You're not like, life isn't all silver, silver cockle shells and peanut shells, whatever that rhyme is. But it is like your 9 to 5 is pretty like rough. It's like half hour on, half hour off. You're really hot and sweaty.
Yeah.
It's like, and the truth of it is, it's like as much as it's fun to like connect with a little kid, your day-to-day existence really is a line is in front of you at all times. They want their little book signed.
Yeah.
Sign it, take the picture, move this line. And so it kind of like the truth of it is it's not so much like the Disney video where Mickey's holding a kid's hand skipping down the street.
Right.
The truth is Mickey is got to tend to a 5-hour line.
Right. He's like a sweatshop worker for signatures.
Yeah.
And
So
photo ops.
every now and then you'd get this amazing moment where it's like a special family would come in and you get a chance to one-on-one connect with the kid, and that was unbelievably heart-swelling magic.
I have a great story where I was Goldie and I was doing a hockey game and we were playing the hated Wisconsin Badgers, and I got off the elevator and there was a little kid in a wheelchair wearing a Wisconsin shirt, and he just lit up when he saw me, rolled in his little wheelchair over to me, gave me the biggest hug. And he was just so ecstatic, and I will never forget that. How happy he was there to support the other team, and he just loved me.
It's an amazing a moment as a furry character to have that moment where like a kid just adores you.
Yeah.
And so we had a lot of those moments, and it was great, and I really loved it there. But
you did that for 4 years?
No, I did that. Well, we lived there for 4 years, so in my time there, I did that for 1 year because as I was there, I discovered an improv theater there. So suddenly it's like, oh man, what I wanted to do in Chicago kind of exists here because there was a theater called SAC.
Was that the Wayne Brady one?
That's where Wayne Brady started, yeah. And so I started taking classes there. And then from there, I once again found that small circle where I got quickly moved up through the classes. Big shot. And I got moved into like their student performing group. And those guys now became my little circle again. And I kind of became so obsessed with that theater and doing shows every night that it was like, once again, time for me to move to that next thing. And so I started calling into work a lot as the character. And I eventually like just left it and did that full time for a while until money got so tight that I went back to Disney as an equity actor, a street actor. And
a street actor?
Yeah, so like if you go to like Disney and like a normal person like you or I comes up but like dressed in a costume and interacts with you. So like I worked at the Disney Hollywood Studios at the time as a old citizen of Hollywood. So like we existed in the 1930s and I was the boy off the bus like, "Hey everybody, how you doing? Come play a quick game with us," or something like that. And now that is the greatest job on earth compared to like the character where you're just like endlessly like get your head off monkey and get back to work. This was like
you're talking, acting,
and you're also like you're getting paid 8 hours to basically work 2 hours. It's cush. It's fantastic.